No balls, bro. You got no balls. Alright. Let's crack around to it, eh? We all ready, Luke? You all good? Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? Welcome to yet another episode of the Power Hour podcast. It is a magnificent day here in Auckland, and I am yet again on the casting couch with my brothers, my boys, J-Fat and Camo with all the ammo. How are we going, boys?
Bloody beautiful, mate.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a quick fuck on a summer's beach.
It's like a quick fuck on a summer's beach. Great poetry, J-Fat. We're starting off with a high, aren't we, already? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like this episode is going to be something special. What's this, like the 5th, 6th one now? We know this gig like the back of our hands.
Yeah, I'm sure they haven't been released alive yet, but hey, I think they're sounding bloody great so far.
They're sounding amazing. So, let's crack a drink. Let's get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves because things are going to get fucked up. But please, ladies and gentlemen, do drink carefully. This binge is in a controlled environment. Yekaha Tuatara. Let's get right into it with our first segment, which is, of course, the uni
news. Which is universal. The Power Hour presents.
Leading the news today. There's only 1 week left of uni. It's amazing. Mid-semester break, 2 weeks off, all the partying, all the fun that one could desire, and no schoolwork.
It doesn't get any better than that, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Really
That's the life.
It is. No wonder people who have full-time jobs complain about us because, hey, you can't beat a 2-week break in the middle of the semester, can you?
What's better than being a student that doesn't do anything? A student doesn't do anything that's on holiday.
Completely.
That's the definition of casual. Do you boys have plans?
No.
No.
Alright, you heard it here first, folks. Hit us up. We're looking for plans. Following on with that, in uni relevance, Jono, J-Fat.
Yep.
Statistics are in, and our stats team tell us that you have attended one class this week.
One lecture.
One lecture, so not even a tutorial.
But the only thing is because labs are compulsory, so...
Okay, so you've gone to the lab.
And I believe the only reason you went to that lecture was because you had a test on, is that correct?
Yeah. And,
So would you have gone if that test was not on?
no. Because...
What was the lecture about?
no good to me. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know.
Yeah, it's because you didn't
My mate Bryn was playing Clash of Clans next to me, and I was just like, hello,
How'd the test go then?
Oh, pretty good, actually. I must have been listening in the back of my head or some shit, because I actually understood the fucking questions.
I can't believe you guys. When you guys come in and say, I'm not going to go to a lecture, that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's like not north to south, it's east to west. And
You-
it puts me up the wall because like I miss one lecture and I freak out and I feel like I'm behind. But you guys manage to pass exams and don't necessarily go to all your lectures? Is that just because of, is that like a degree thing? Like I'm in communications and like they're more relaxed in the science departments? I wouldn't fucking believe that.
I think it's just the way we approach study in terms of... I think
we cram.
And cramming tends to work.
We don't go with the grain. We go away from the grain.
Yeah, we swim upstream because downstream's too mainstream. You know, like
yeah, definitely. You're a salmon, I'm a trout. Whatever,
exactly.
You know,
yeah,
tomatoes. So we'll move
vegans.
in sporting news. And this really, so you guys rub me the wrong way. This gets me rubbing the right way. The All Blacks are playing the Wallabies.
Yep.
It is the first match of the Bledisloe series. Don't have my stats on me, but apparently Australia hasn't won it in like at least a decade. All Blacks have pretty much given them a good thumping. So it'll be interesting to see if the Wallabies' tactic of putting tape over their mouths when they train and bringing in people that we've never heard of works. I mean, it's a tactic.
I think now I see you mention bringing in players we've never heard of.
Yeah.
Whilst they may have with a few players, they've done quite the opposite with a number of players.
Okay.
In fact, they still have. Surprisingly, with captaincy, I've seen in the lineup is they've actually given it to Cooper. Quaid. No, Quaid. No, what drugs am I on?
Oh, Hooper.
Hooper.
Michael Hooper.
Michael Hooper's managed to get captaincy
That guy's a prick, JK.
over Stephen Moore, who is
insane.
I don't know why they've done that.
I think that the way they've pitched it in the news is that Stephen Moore's actually like gone like, hand it off. I think he's sort of on the way out of the team.
He is 35 years of age, whereas that's
a long time.
Whereas our oldest player on the team is Kieran Reid, who's in fact 31.
That's crazy.
In fact, that is the same age as a MILF.
That is true. That's where you put the line. If
It
Kieran
is.
Reid was a woman and had kids, he would be a MILF.
Yeah.
Let alone Stephen. Would that make Stephen more a gilf?
Well, you can call him a dilf then. Is he a father?
I don't know, but I think they're all fathers. They're all dilfs.
That's right. They're all dilfs.
They're all dilfs.
Big team of dilf.
Well, they're all dildos.
Who's the dildos? Is it the Australian team or the All Blacks?
Well,
I don't know, man.
the All Blacks
Australians
love to
are pretty
penetrate,
This is getting
but
hated.
Yes, they do.
yeah.
But
I don't know
yes.
where I was going with that.
Great. Also, I saw in the lineup their halfback Will Guinea,
Yeah.
who has in fact just moved back from Paris, and he's actually signed with the Rebels for the next 2 years.
Oh.
Yes, but the interesting part about this is early on, in fact, it was a month ago today, he stated, if I did move back and I didn't get offered to the Reds, I'd probably just stay in Paris. Yet here he is coming back just a few months later, and in fact signing with the Rebels. Is that desperate? Is he desperate?
Money
or-
talks. Money does talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what was
but
the contract size?
he was getting paid well across
Yeah.
Paris.
Europe would
That's
have
the
more
reason
money.
they go to Europe.
But you know the sneaky reach arounds.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, maybe they pay him in sexual favours.
No, you never know. You
Australia
never know
probably
with that one.
pretty desperate.
Bum wanks.
Do you boys have any score predictions?
Well, with Curtly Beale playing, then
Australia won't score.
nah.
I
I mean, because Curtly Beale, he actually, I don't think he's played a game in quite a while. I mean, he's literally just came back from a knee
Yep, get
reconstruction.
it out there. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit of stroke kicking on that
I
one.
think you need another quick fuck, mate.
Yeah, buddy oath. Yeah, so I think there's been a lot of talk about these three players, Stephen Moore, Will Guinea, and Curly Beale in particular,
Yeah.
because if they haven't worked the past, who knows when the last time they beat us, if ever. If having these three players hasn't worked before, why would they still pick them?
Well, it sounds like they're moving it around, and this winger they brought in is pretty big. So it sounds like they're going for the old like Jonah Longu tactic of putting a big massive dude on the wing with so the little winger can't tackle him. So yeah, it may work. I mean, you can never be sure with the Australians. I mean,
That's true.
stats will definitely tell you otherwise. But I mean, nothing sucks. Like I can take a loss to Ireland. I can take a loss to South Africa. I
Yeah.
can take a loss
To England even.
to literally anyone but
But
Australia.
Australia.
But Australia.
Completely.
Australia is
Hey,
they're
but
the team that no
we
one
can't
can
blame
beat.
Damian
Well,
McKenzie in fullback. I will never not grin at his grin when he kicks the ball.
Yeah.
Have you seen that thing?
He looks
Hey,
like he
he's
wants
a
to molest
Cheshire
the
cat.
wing post.
I literally get jizz in my pants the moment I see that grin on his face.
He does. He gets the ball and he treats it with love. He doesn't kick it like with a lot of power and hatred. He looks at the post, gives it that grin and says, "Hey baby, let me go inside you," and then he puts the ball right in the gap. It's obviously something that more kickers need to be taking in.
He turns that ball on. The ball just wants to get over that post.
Just moistens it up, the old...
He does.
Yo.
You know, speaking of rugby players turning things on, Aaron Smith is back in the news again. How was that for a segue? So, the text messages that were bounced between him and the partner, who I believe still has like name discretion and stuff.
Rude not to.
Yeah. They got leaked. So everyone has seen the messages that he was sending to her. I've heard from a reliable source that his grammar is appalling. Which explains why he's a rugby player, and not a
Completely.
teacher. But for me, this news story is a bit whack. I mean, this was, last year? I mean, to me, it just sounds like the media is, us, we're the media. We're telling the people this news story, so we're saying ourselves, we are trying to push this topic onto you because the All Blacks are playing. But in saying that, I think we all recognise this about how stupid it is. I mean, everyone has done something like this.
Honestly.
He paid the price. He missed weeks of rugby, so he wouldn't have been paid for that. He went through the weeks of scrutiny and humiliation, and now he's getting his name dragged. It's the same thing with Richie McCaw. His bodyguard from his wedding got put in prison for assault or something. He did something and has been put in prison. But of course, the headline said Richie McCaw's bodyguard, and what that's done is that's dragged another All Black, because you see an All Black in the headline, and people are just
Losing their
can't
shit.
click on it quick enough. So I mean, it's sad to see that he's back in the news, but Aaron Smith always has a way of turning up. I love Aaron Smith,
Same.
so I think he's going to have a massive game. I think he's going to prove the haters wrong, I reckon, and then maybe he'll get a quick read in the bathroom afterwards.
I'm just wondering, how did it get leaked in the first place? Because isn't there laws behind, like, privacy and in terms of not leaking things? Or like, I don't quite know how it works personally.
How Josh Lacey episode of Game of Thrones. Did you watch the latest leaked one?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's illegal in some cases, but that's just why it's such a great... If someone willfully gave over that information, a friend of Aaron Smith's or something, Aaron Smith said, hey, JFAT, check out this convo I'm having with this chick I've just met on Tinder. And then JFAT got that image and showed it to the podcast crew, and then we mentioned the text messages. Bang, next thing you know, you've got a headline and reliable sources. That shit spreads like a wildfire in Western Australia, and for me, it's crazy. You can't put a rope around this thing. I've had rumours about my sex life go around, and they went around the school and Tucci's heard about it in about 7 hours.
Yeah.
So, like, that shit spreads. So when you put it in a national newspaper, it's pretty crazy. But like we said, we're all fans of Aaron Smith here, and I think he's going to have a really good game. I'm going to watch him with very, very keen eyes, if you know what I'm saying. So we'll move it right along to our next segment, which is the shoulda, woulda, coulda.
When you should have, if you would have, or could have, it's the shoulda, woulda, coulda.
This week we're talking about sexting. Moving straight on from the Aaron Smith topic. We'll start off with the shoulda. Should you sext? What do you boys reckon? Is that a good idea?
Depends on who you're with. Depends on the relation with the person, I think.
Depends on who you're with. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Like, if you're in a long-term relationship, so say me and my partner have been together for 2 years, we should sext, or Jono and some MILF, they should sext because they haven't been together for that long. What do you reckon?
I think sexting is more like you start the relationship type of thing, like before you guys even together, so the old cheeky.
Oh, before you put a label on it,
Exactly.
sexting, and then that's sort of like the
Right.
initiation.
Just for the fun of it, just to...
Would you keep the old Snapchat in order to make sure it stays off the screenshot side in terms of conversation? Or is it the old Aaron Smith Messenger?
I reckon you can show your mates, but don't fucking send it to your dad.
You only make that mistake once.
No,
Trust
exactly.
me. Yeah, so you guys reckon... I thought you guys would be more keen on this subject.
Oh, well... Yeah.
Have you sexted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Were pictures involved?
Yeah, of course.
See, fuck, was that hard? There we go.
No,
Next
okay,
part.
sorry.
The woulda. So, that's a good one. When would you sex? Because you've said, ideally you do it with this person, and you've both said openly that you've done it. I mean, everyone's done it at some point or another.
Tinder.
I've done it, you've done it. Tinder, everyone's done it.
Tinder's done it.
Pictures may or may not have been involved. So, when would you do it? Because, I mean, I was at a funeral the other week, and what do you guys reckon? Would that be an appropriate time
of
to
night?
do it? Time of night?
Yeah, I feel as though it's sort of after 11 p.m.
Or in the morning.
Or in the morning.
Early, yeah, nice.
Wake up
Treat-
with a bit of...
Treat the morning wood
Good,
sort of thing.
exactly.
good morning, how's your father?
You
sort of
flip a
thing,
text that morning, and you send me a picture maybe like,
Yeah.
hello?
How's the tree,
How do you guys send a dick pic? Because I want to know if there's like a technique. Do you show all of it, some of it? What, do you use angles?
Depends on how many times you've done it, you gotta build them up into it. You can't go all in one go,
Well, you
can't
sound like an
reveal.
absolute professional.
Oh,
Veteran.
completely. In fact, I've watched a couple of videos and the correct angles to use. And I believe...
To make it look bigger or to make it look better?
See, that's the thing. It all comes down to what you're looking for.
Yeah.
No one wants to look for a penis.
If you
necessarily, I don't
have,
think.
some size issues,
Okay.
you can use certain angles.
Yeah.
If you have some,
That makes complete
Right,
sense.
under
So
the
you guys
bus.
reckon either late at night or in the morning? I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd follow that.
Why the hell would you want it in the middle of the day? What
So-
do you know if in the middle of the day?
I'm going to pick you guys up and drop you in this situation. Put your improv hats on. If you guys were in All Black, which we are all far from, could you guys get away with it? That's the coulda. Could you guys get away with sexting, or would you end up front page of tabloid news?
I don't think you should put it in those words of getting away with it. It's your personal life. You shouldn't have to get away with your personal life at all. It's your personal life. No one should be intervening with your personal life.
As long as it's all legal, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sexting is legal. Just because you're a role model doesn't mean you're an angel. Everyone fucks up.
Fuck that. That's an amazing point that you brought up, J-Fat. Who knew you had so much wisdom in that dong of yours?
It's all in here.
That's so incredibly true. You brought up the key word there was your private life. You shouldn't have to get away. You shouldn't find a way to work around what you do outside. Well, not even outside, inside your life, like what you do. And you raised another great point that I know Cam will agree with, is that athletes aren't necessarily they're role models and they're people that inspire and can and should inspire, but they're not people that you want to copy.
Then again,
they're not a priest. You wouldn't expect a priest to be flopping his dick out, taking pictures, sitting there. But
well, you never fucking know.
Well, nowadays you don't know, but I'm saying he's expected not to do that, because he's a priest. That's in his.
Then again, there's so many professions these days. It's now, if you do something, it comes up with the profession and then person.
Yeah.
It's like Johnny the lawyer was caught speeding, or Freddie the tradie was attacked by someone else. It's not really.
They always put your profession with it.
I think it's only big because it's a sports person.
Yeah.
So I think it is approached in many ways, depending on who it is. They always bring up profession.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that he's a sports person. It's made even larger because who doesn't love sport and entertainment?
That's exactly right. I personally get so infuriated when people get really mad with an athlete who necessarily pushes the lines of what they do. Say they drink or something like that, or they go to a party, or they do something ridiculous, and then people say they're a role model. They didn't sign that.
Yeah.
There are values of a team that you should look for, but beyond that, it's not. You don't sign up to play for the Cavaliers. You don't sign up to play for the Vodafone Warriors with this thing saying you will be perfect in every which way because everyone is looking up. They're not there. You can look up to them as an athlete.
They can still drop a knee whenever they like,
They can drop a knee. They're allowed to have fun. And for me, seeing an athlete that has fun with what they do is what makes them so good. Like, you look at the Warriors, they're not having that much fun right now.
Nah.
But you look at the All Blacks, they are having fun.
Yeah.
You see teams in America throw Gatorade and stuff. They're having fun. And when you put that weight of you're a role model, it's something that they don't agree. Like, it's not right. It's not ethical to have that weight put on someone, especially if we're like going to next year and we're year 2s. Are we role models for the year 1s? Arguably, but I mean, we're going to do stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to do stuff. Year 1s are going to do stuff. It's not like what you said, Dave. Fat. Like, athletes, they're not role models, and that's something that
it's also not in their job to be a role model.
Yeah.
They're there to play the sport that they've been hired to do.
That's exactly right. I couldn't have said it much better myself. So, you guys can get away with it. I'll delete my history. I'd wipe my phone. I'll destroy the girl's phone.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't
I'll
risk it.
destroy the girl. What?
I think, I'm too much of an old man. I'm a square. I once had this conversation with this girl, and just before she broke up with me, she said, "Can you delete the stuff?" And then I did. Yeah. So that didn't happen. So I don't have any dirt on here. So when you guys are like talking about like nudes and showing each other stuff, I'm the old man. I'm honest. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
What can I say? So send me your nudes. I'll delete them.
Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. So, our advice time. Our slice of unsolicited advice.
You probably don't need it, nor do you want it, but here's our slice of unsolicited advice.
We're going to keep running with this rugby theme, I feel. It's something we all know about and it's all very familiar with. So we're going to give our listeners advice who may aspire to be All Blacks. We've got some athletes amongst our listeners, and we want to pass on our advice to you to live the dream that we can't live. We've got some do's and don'ts of being an All Black, so we'll go around and we'll share a couple of ideas, and if we've still got more, we can obviously go around again and we'll just have a conversation about what you guys reckon should and shouldn't go into an All Black. And I'm also going to give Camo the Ammo a shot. So, there you go. What one do you want?
So I'll start with a couple of my, I think don'ts as an All Black is don't get caught doing anything illicit, such as having sex in public or even doing cocaine.
Okay.
Whoa.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Don't do cocaine.
We have seen the negative effects from previous players doing both of these things.
Yes.
I think you can all figure out who that is. However, I think, as we've seen what's happened to them, it hasn't ended well.
Yeah.
Just don't get caught doing these things,
It's not a crime if you don't get caught. Don't do cocaine.
Exactly.
Short, sharp, to the point. I love
Beautiful.
it. J-Fat?
I think of being an All Black. I think that do your job to the extent, but don't half-ass your job.
Okay. Do your job, but don't half-ass it.
What I'm saying is, you get past the fucking ball, run it fucking straight.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh, I'll just pass it off to fucking old Keza Reed over there. Nah, mate.
The old ice
up,
up three,
up the guts, alright? Up the bloody guts.
Would you go up the guts and swing wide for a bit of meat? The old honey badger style, or...?
Oh, yep. Or you can do the old goosey step, the old mills.
The old mills. Oh, the old mills step.
The old millsy, the old...
He just runs around that. He's so good, he just runs around the outside of them.
Oh,
Jesus, J-Fat, where's that radio voice come from, man? Jesus.
I think if...
hard, mate.
I think if old Brynny boy was here, he would say Mills in the old 2006 Rugby World Cup, was it? What's it called?
07.
No, it's 06 in fact.
The World Cup was not on...
Well, yeah, you know what I mean, but the old rugby Xbox game, Rugby 06.
Oh, you mean the video game?
In fact, no, I have the 05, Brynny boy has the old 06, the video game.
Yeah.
Mills is in fact the best player in the whole game. You can run around any cunt you like, as long as you have the fucking ball, you know? It is no worries at all.
Alright, well, I've got my do's and don'ts. I've actually got... How many do you guys have?
Well,
Because our producer asked us to get 4, so I got 4. I don't know.
I've
J-Fat probably half.
I've got 2 do's.
Against his word.
Exactly. I've got 2 do's and 2 don'ts.
I didn't get past the ball, so...
No.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, do
I'll
look pretty.
swap,
That's
I'll
J-Fat's
swap, I'll
advice.
swap.
So, okay, well, I'll throw out my first 2 then, and then Camo can finish his off, and I'll finish mine. So, my first one is a do. I like to start with a positive, and that's, do work on a pukana. Enough said. The haka is such a massive deal, and I've seen it once or twice, but I mean, it really makes me proud when you see a Caucasian All Black getting menacing, getting a pukana going, getting those eyes out, that tongue out, and just looking like, hey mate, I'm gonna rip your face off. That's what it's all about. I think practice is needed. How much time do you think they put into practicing the haka? Do you reckon they have a dance studio? I've always wondered that. They finish doing their scrum plays and stuff, and then they go, right, eye sockets, Reed, Dick Pick Smith, come on and get the guys together. We're going into the All Blacks dance studio, and we're going to practice the haka. And they got like all the mirrors and
Yeah, I
stuff.
think Benjamin accounts would be lining them all up, hey, you know, like...
He'd organised one over.
Yeah, he would have done.
He'd be marching down the sides of the
stretches.
haka, making sure everyone's in their like correct order and heights and stuff.
Completely. I mean, you can tell they have.
I think after the old... we actually got raised where they said no one's actually putting an effort into the haka, no one's even putting any effort into the national anthem.
Yeah.
I think they went out and bought a dance academy.
Completely. I think actually, maybe that's why Ali Williams' haka, his pukana as well, and it was his whole haka style actually improved towards the end of his career. Maybe it was like cocaine.
Maybe he'd do a line off his boot like that. So he'd go out and he'd just be an absolute mongrel. And those eyes are so wide and crazy. Hey, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you too. I'm gonna kill your ass, bitch. That's a so for me, it's a do to get the haka down pat. Obviously, but on the other side, a don't eat too many Weet-Bix. Now, I know that they endorse Weet-Bix, and I've done 16. How many Weet-Bix do you do? I've done 16. You can quote that. I did it when I was 13 years old. I couldn't shit for about 3 days, but that's why I'm saying this. Just because just because you're Tony Woodcock and you get endorsed with 50 packs of Weet-Bix a week does not mean you should eat it, because it clogs you up.
See, actually, that sort of builds on a point where I found the other day was a bit of a meme. It was a chick saying, when a girl says, choke me daddy, just feed her Weet-Bix with no milk. Mate, that'll dry my throat up in minutes.
Just on another note from that as well, I mean, if you're endorsing Weet-Bix, but you say, as an All Black, you're going through 50 of them, well, shit, how good can the stuff be? I mean, you want one Weet-Bix. You want to say, there's a great, I can't remember who would have said this, but if one All Black can go through one Weet-Bix, well, that's some fucking powerful shit right there. That's what we need.
It's the old cocaine Weet-Bix.
The old Ali Williams Weet-Bix right there, mate.
Just add on that, don't eat gluten-free Weet-Bix. Why would you have wheat-free Weet-Bix?
Gluten-free Weet-Bix.
How does that
That's
work?
a brick. That's a solid.
Would it even be Weet-Bix in there?
Well, apparently the logo says that it is.
Is it gluten-Bix? Gluten-free Bix, sorry.
No, it's
Because there's no wheat in it.
No. It's gluten-free wheat.
It'd be
W-E-E-T.
It'd be quinoa. It'd be quinoa.
Quinoa Bix.
Exactly.
Quinoa Bix.
That'd be disgusting. So,
It would
Camo,
be.
you've got a couple more points.
I do. First one I do is learn how to pour a drink.
Yes, okay.
Curtz McKenzie poured me a drink about 5 minutes ago. It's the most horrible thing I've had in my life.
No, I think you just can't handle your alcohol.
No, that's just a shot.
You had a quick fuck and you almost died.
No, I don't like. Just over that part. Look, over that part of my life, I'm an old man.
We're drinking bourbon and colas,
As
and
an old man,
I I usually have a nice glass, and I usually have a little thing that I can use to
Instead,
measure
we're
out,
using
and that's-
silo-part plastic cups.
But look, that's at home and I'm with my mother who pays
For the
for stuff.
listeners, we're talking about a cup.
When we are in the student apartments and all we have is plastic beer pong cups, that is what I'll serve you in. We could get a $500 bottle of wine and it would be served to you in a plastic cup. So I am sorry if my pouring and cups aren't up to standard.
I've got nothing against cups, more your pouring ability. Anyway, I'll move on to the next point.
To learn this.
So another one is not just as eye socket Reed says, brush your teeth twice a day,
Yeah.
but also I recommend trying to do something about your teeth. You know, at good old Brody Retallick. I think he needs to work on those too. Personally, have you seen those? Seen those chompers?
The old double mouth guard.
Yeah.
The double, it is indeed. It is completely. And also, my final one is do admire a good birdie's ass, but don't get caught doing it.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, you can.
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses is key. That is
Reflective sunglasses.
has-
People always wonder why I wear sunglasses inside. Need I say more?
So, and also, like, if she's walking past, you look at someone before she's going to walk past, and it wasn't your fault that she walked into your line of sight.
Cameron, if you have a mate, you do the old, hey, old Cameron, you know that shop just behind us at the old, 6 o'clock over there?
Oh, you got the one over there.
Yeah, the one over there.
Oh, yeah, I see. And then next thing I heard us walk
For us,
you.
for the audio listeners, we're pointing behind us.
Yeah, I was going to point out, for the people that are
You can point it
consuming
any
this
direction you
through
wish.
audio and not visual, the boys pretended to look over their shoulder at a store, but really
That did not exist.
They were taking out some check. So, I mean, no, fair enough. Don't get caught.
Okay.
Otherwise, apparently you'll end up on the front page of the Herald. So, yeah, I'll just quickly whiz through my points and then we can move right along. So for All Blacks, you guys need to listen up. Do learn how to get away with a forward pass. Yeah, it'd be rude not to. I mean, everyone around the world says that we're a bunch of cheaters that throw these forward passes. Obviously, because I'm sitting on the sidelines rooting for the All Blacks, I'm going to say, you're dreaming, mate.
Rooting for or rooting?
Rooting afterwards. The rooting comes afterwards when I go into the change room.
With the cocaine and the dick pics?
Yeah, the cocaine is how you get it done. That's how you persuade them.
What sort of
baths?
do you use female bathrooms, male bathrooms, or you sort of the disabled bathrooms?
Well, I mean,
All the
the
other
disabled bathrooms
disabilities.
have those nice showers and the handrails and stuff,
Yeah.
so it's a, it can be used. It's very versatile.
Very
So,
versatile,
as I was saying before we started talking about an All Black orgy,
Really not to.
I think that the All Blacks just need to start embracing this, because that's really what's going to tick people off. They need to learn little manoeuvres and ways where they can position themselves against a referee where the forward passes don't look as forward. We should say, it's a way to hide it, put a bit of foundation, mask the blemishes and the passes, and I think if we can be a team to do that and just embrace that, we could be fantastic. I mean, many teams get ridiculed for doing something, but when they embrace it, when they stop fighting like, oh, we're the cheaters, when they embrace it and say, yeah, we're the cheaters, we're going to cheat and get away with it, they become champions.
I think the best time to use a forward pass would be against a French referee.
Towards the French referee. Just straight
Yeah,
at the
literally you
cup.
could throw it at him and...
He wouldn't even know.
No, he wouldn't realise.
He'd be like, oh, mate. 10 points to fucking Gryffindor.
Yeah, completely. Most definitely would be.
So, to finish off my bit of advice, so this one comes with a bit of personal experience. This is a massive don't. Don't play drinking games with Zac Guildford. You will lose.
Yeah?
Zac Guildford will put anyone under the table. It seems like every sport in New Zealand has that one
under the
athlete
table?
that's just an...
Did you say you got stuck under the table, Jono? What happened?
No, but my mate's mum did.
And what did you do to your mate's mum when she got stuck under the table, J-Fab?
I, like a kind gentleman, helped her out.
By eating your asshole.
No.
So, obviously, like, Zac Guildford's got a bit of a record with the booze. And it seems like every sport in New Zealand has that one athlete that's just an absolute, just... No liver!
Isn't it just part of the New Zealand drinking culture?
Apparently it's a regime. It's like, when Steve Hanson's lining up with the others, it's like, right, we need a massive Islander flanker. We need a first five that can do all these crazy, left foot, right foot kicks.
Passes.
And then they'll say, oh, wait, we need the one that drinks all the time.
We need the one that'll be in the news.
We need the one that... We need that scapegoat, that guy who can throw into the news that they don't worry about the rest of us.
About the forward passes. That is your trap card.
Exactly. So yeah, as you can see, J-Fash just pointed out, those 2 bits of advice line up. You get someone that's a partier, you put them in your team, and then no one's going to notice your forward passes when you got old J-Fat on the sideline who's supposed to be out on the wing. And then a few brewskis.
He's most definitely dropping a knee on the sideline.
Dropping a knee on the sideline in the middle of the game.
As I said, drop a knee or no balls.
Exactly. So,
Drop a fucking knee.
I think we've helped a lot of people with that.
I think we have.
I think if you want to be an All Black, save this podcast, listen to it over and over again, because
And then show it to the All Blacks.
those points are key. I mean, we know what we're talking about. I've got some signatures. These guys know some All Blacks. I mean,
we do actually.
yeah, you guys are on a first name basis with some All Blacks, so I think it's safe to say that we know what we're talking about when it comes to giving advice on being an All Black.
Yeah, we do.
Exactly.
So, we'll move it right along. Oh, to the Power
Hour plug.
So this week, we have a plug. We have something to spiel to you guys, and that's the opportunity to get your SoundCloud copyright-free music on our podcast. So producer Lube has pointed out that a lot of people are experimenting with these music creating software and stuff, and they want a bit of publicity, a bit of free publicity, and we want music. And we want to start having a bit of a connection with the listeners. We want to be able to give you guys what you love, and for you guys to give it right on back. So if you guys have been dabbling in music and you want it put on here, let us know. Send it through to us, to our Facebook page or to our email. And what we can do is that we can then work it into our podcast in the background where we spin some absolute shit yarns and then give you a shout out and the plug. So everyone knows where the music's come from and the amazing artists behind it all. So that is that for the plug. So get in touch with us if you have any awesome music. All genres accepted except for country. Next up, have you ever? Pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to explain it. I don't need to. Like I said, it's self-explanatory. This week we are discussing the big topic of birthday sex.
Yep.
Yep. J-Fat, Camo Demo. Have you guys ever had birthday sex?
No, I have not indeed.
What?
No.
How old are you?
19.
There we go.
Had plenty of sex, just not birthday sex.
You sure about that?
Was it all the way around? No. But before I say anything more, I'd just like to say, Curtz McGurtz, it is his 19th birthday today, and we're just celebrating this by having some fucking quick fucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not with each other, might I add. Well, we are, but not really.
Well, no, birthday
We're keeping it
sex.
professional. Our relationship with each other stays strictly outside
This
the
room.
studio.
Exactly.
So we go to my bedroom when we
Yeah, when we go to Camo's bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, guys. I honestly wasn't expecting to do much today, and I mean, I have been showered with just so much love and stuff, and the last few weeks for me have been just absolutely hectic with the loss of a best mate and all these assignments, and for you guys to just rain on me with your awful singing. Woo!
No worries.
Lots of food, and lots of alcohol. And a controlled environment.
Of course.
Exactly.
It's been awesome.
It has.
So, I mean, since it's my birthday, it's only right to say that I have indeed had birthday sex.
Woo!
Yes, you have.
Big dogs.
Yes, you
Since day one. It's almost become a tradition for me, and it's rude not to if you haven't. It's something, I mean, I think partners should mark that out on their calendars. They mark it out and they'll be, J-Fat, oh, sweetie, it's your birthday on November 10th. Is that why? So you go, nah, because that's the day you're going to give me the best sex of my life. And it is. I don't know what it is. There's something magic in the air when that happens. So have you ever? I have. And it is amazing. Anything goes.
I think, I remember early on this year, we in fact tried setting our flatmate up with birthday sex. The man wasn't doing too well for himself, so we posted on a friendly page full of people in surrounding halls.
Oh, right.
That, good one, Curtz. Bloody hell, mate. Need a taxi for you soon. Saying our flatmates, in fact, needed a female for a kiss, if not more. Actually, we asked for nudes. I remember recall we asked for nudes.
We were pretty blunt about it.
We said, send him nudes, otherwise we're sending him dick pics.
Oh, man.
Do you remember? I remember. Fuck, that was
I barely remember.
Yeah.
Also, the GTA, that dance.
Yeah, we got him a GTA lap dance as well. It was great fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And in fact, he ended up getting nudes, and the following night, He even got lucky with his loading.
I think that's amazing.
I
That's what we're
can't
talking
believe
about.
that, hey. That was...
When we do these have you ever, it's just it's real embarrassing. Have you ever, like, you know, what was it? Have you ever done like a crap in public or, something embarrassing
like
where we're kind of like, yeah, shame on me, I actually have done it. But I mean, this is something to be proud of, man.
Yeah,
birthday sex. I've been asked today if I've gotten my
sex.
birthday sex, so apparently it's something that everyone's in on the loop on. Producer Lube, have you ever had birthday sex?
Oh, mate, it's rude not to. Really, of course, you've got to.
So you've got to.
love
It's
it.
all part of it.
It's for the bucket list, and really, it should be a repetitive occasion on the bucket
A
list.
birthday without
tradition.
birthday sex. It is. A birthday without birthday sex is an absolute
Illegal.
waste of a day. It is illegal. Before I opened gifts, before I did anything, it was in the sack. And it was amazing.
Or out of the sack. Actually.
Or out of the sack. So that's what I'm talking about when anything goes with birthday sex. Anything goes. It could end up anywhere. It could end up in Camo's room. It could end up in J-Fat's room. It did end up in Producer Lube's room. But it was, that's what we're talking about.
Wait, is that why you took so long to get out of bed for?
Still clean the walls down.
That makes so much more sense.
I think I've made up for those cleaning fees with all this lovely
like
alcohol.
Oh,
So, Jono hasn't done it, I have done it, and Camo has done it. There you go, 2 out of 3. Hey, Milo says 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Completely.
Birthday sex must do. So we'll move it right along to our favourite segment here at the Power Hour Podcast. This is it raining in Auckland? We need to be telling our listeners what the weather is doing because sometimes they just might know. They might know, because apparently we don't. They might not know, and then it's our job to try our best to inform them. What have we done? We've stick genitalia out the windows. We've Googled and found out that nipples are affected by weather, so we've tried that. We've put pasta out the window the other week, and that came out pretty weird.
Called a mate from Tauranga.
We've called our mate from Tauranga to tell us how it's going in Auckland. And this week we have an sub-studio guest that we go out of studio to get to, and he is going to tell us if it is raining in Auckland.
He is in fact in bed right now. So
Shall we just go awaken the beast?
yeah. Let's do it.
ladies and gentlemen, we do in fact now have Bryn's ball in the room. And Bryn, we're just wondering, what's the weather in Auckland at the moment? Is it raining in Auckland more specifically?
Right now, I'm not too sure to be honest. Can I check out the window?
Well,
Yeah, if you want to. You're
Yeah.
the expert, Bryn, so that's why we've got you in here. We need your expertise to tell our listeners, is it raining in Auckland?
So right now, currently at this stage of the night, it's not raining yet, no. However, we have had a forecast that it is going to start bucketing down later. I've heard rumours from young Curtz that the sky is going to squirt like a loose bitch.
Well, you've heard it here first, folks. Is it raining in Auckland? No. But Bryn has held me to my word and has quoted me. He's taken it out of context. And I've been thrown under the bus. I hope I don't lose my job with this. If I round of applause for Bryn the weatherman. Thanks, Bryn.
Cheers, Bryn, boy.
Go back to sleep. We'll wake you up soon for after party.
Fucking hell.
What an experience. What a legend. What a man. Fuck you guys.
Always here to help, man. Always here to help.
Alright. So, what we're going to do is we're now going to move on to the Tinder segment that we featured a few weeks ago. And look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to be blunt. I respect our listeners. We had a massive drought on Tinder. Not a lot happened at all.
Not a lot of liquid.
But this week, as J-Fat would say, there has been a lot of liquid. It has been flowing, like the shots are going with J-Fat at the moment. You legend.
You were hitting those back, man, aren't you? Whoa, jeez.
So,
He clearly doesn't do
so
that.
please,
Wait, pause. What flavour was that, big man?
It's fucking antibiotics. That's what flavour it is.
it's a daiquiri shot.
Daiquiri
And
shot.
yeah, I'll get you one from the bottom.
No,
So-
thanks. I'll pass.
No, it's an antibiotic shot. Trust me, it tastes like antibiotics.
So that's why
So
we're...
in fact, with these 10, you can get these refunded as a 10 cent shot.
Just stick your finger in there and taste it.
I
No.
didn't. No, just
No, just lick your fucking finger.
So all these guys are going
that
through a
tastes like
taste...
antibiotics.
Yeah, no, I'm not drinking that shit. Get that one away from me.
While we're going through their antibiotics, we are going to talk about the Tinder. So like I said, we had a bit of a drought, so we didn't do the segment. But this week, it has been going off the hene.
Anyway.
The henewa.
Wainua.
So, Boys, what are the updates with Tinder? Do you have any advice for those listening with Tinder from what you've have you learned anything this week through your vast experiences with Tinder?
I think I've learned that working as a team in order to create your good chat rather than myself alone, I have shit chat.
You have shit chat.
Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. I already knew that one. But working as a team always helps. And if you end up with her calling you daddy,
yeah,
you're going well. In fact, I have this one lovely lady who shall remain nameless, who in fact calls me daddy on the regular. And that was a very interesting place to put a shot in between my legs.
Thanks for listeners. Yeah.
Well, I was not expecting that.
So a lady calling you daddy, yes or no?
If I may interrupt, I have just got a message from Tinder.
Oh, hello. Yes. Would you like to read that message out for us,
Let's do it, eh? Bear with.
This is amazing. This is live having journalism right now.
It is.
So JFat has opened his phone, he's gone into Tinder, he has gotten a message from a potential new lover. You could marry this woman,
You
JFat.
could, one day.
She actually stays in the halls.
Really?
Interesting.
Well, potential...
So I've been told.
Okay. So, okay. We do have to get a Tinder for the Power Hour podcast.
Okay.
Oh, yes, we do, indeed, we do.
She said,
Yes.
"Oh, well done. Clap your hands. I'm sure you must have learnt at least something interesting. ?
Wow.
Is she referring to today's...
I told her that I actually went to a lecture.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, that's enough to get any chick going. In
Exactly.
my
If I was female and I heard an alcoholic student living in these halls say that would get me wet.
Sometimes shit talk is the best talk.
Yeah. Exactly.
Completely.
So, JFat, we've got Camo over here saying that it's, somewhat okay, I guess, for someone to call you daddy. I mean, it's fine. In my opinion. Well, I mean, whatever. Hey, your boat. I don't care. What do you reckon?
Well, I'm the captain.
Because that message is pretty interesting. She's asking you questions, which means that she obviously wants a reply, so you're doing something right. What advice can you give to me?
Well, you've got to brainstorm at least a little bit in your head. Maybe you'll type out a sentence and you'll think, no, that's a shit, can't talk. Reverse it. You might have to go
Can't have shit, can't talk around here, right?
You might go to your mates. You might go to your mate's room and be like, hey mate, listen, I really need your advice right here.
Yeah.
Can you give me a hand job on this reply?
Yeah.
Can I just have a hand job with that reply? Or?
No, you have to hand job the reply.
Shit.
Yeah. That's a great point. It blows me away how much effort you guys put into yarning with these young women on Tinder, and you brainstorm, you discuss with your teammates.
You do.
Well, mate, it's like catching a big old fucking kingi.
No, I'll tell you what it's like. It's like doing an essay. So why don't you guys put that much effort into your schoolwork?
We do.
Well, we try to.
Well, Bryn did. That's why he handed his assignment in 4 minutes before it was due. So he'd been working for the previous month, all that, in order to get it perfect.
Really?
He didn't start it the night before. No.
That is not fake news.
That is. I am not fake news. That is a true fact.
That is a Vape Nash true fact.
I, in fact, into this grace skill on Tinder, I asked her if she'll be the Aladdin to my carpet. She obviously misunderstood the meaning.
Okay, stop. JFat, what does he mean by that?
The
Aladdin to my carpet.
If someone said, do you want to be the Aladdin to my carpet, what are they referring to?
I'd think it'd be a bit cheeky, and you know how Aladdin rides carpet?
Okay.
So, I'm thinking that. I'm going along those ways.
Do you know what, mate? You're bloody nailed that first
I would
guy.
have
Thank
taken
you,
that
mate.
as a racial thing, really.
See, this is what I'm talking. This is why me and JFat get along so well. That's perfectly. Yeah, that's right.
Sorry,
you're too sophisticated for us. Think too far and get
Someone has to wear the pants and suspenders in this relationship, and apparently it's me.
Yeah, most
That's
definitely.
right.
So she, in fact, went down your track and said, "Smooth, mate, but I'm not even remotely tan enough to be classed as Middle Eastern."
Thank you.
So
Doesn't mean this lady would get along fine.
I replied saying, I was more thinking the side of you writing me, and it went along, and she said, I'm such a pacey bitch. To that I replied, that's alright, everyone is black when the lights are off.
Oh my god. I'm going to stop you there. What is this? Listen, Tinder can be such a dark place. I can't believe that there's this thing where you can openly meet someone for the first time and half an hour later say, I want you to be writing me. I mean, surely that feels good though.
Not even half an hour. The way to catch these kingies, like I just said they were, is to throw the bait.
That was the 8th message I sent.
Yeah, is to throw the bait in straight away. Get the burley out there straight away.
Yeah.
So your first thing you say is something, it's an eye catcher, it's going to catch the kingi in its mouth.
Do you guys always speak first? Do you always drop the line first?
Yes. I don't. Sometimes you might get the lucky one where she hits you up first.
But what do they do? What do women do?
They say, hey, they...
Or
piss Paul, man.
Hello.
They do some, they do another. You'll say a cheeky something. They'll say a cheeky something back, and you're like, "Fuck, I have nothing left," because I didn't expect you to reply to me.
Apparently, honesty is a great way to go about working your way through.
I think
Tinder.
Tinder is one of those games, as John was talking about. It's like fishing, right?
Yeah.
If you compare a surf caster to a man who's got a contiggy or a long line. Okay. So the surf caster only has one hook. The contiggy, in fact, has 20.
Actually, I have a jig on my surfcaster, usually it's about 3.
Okay, you have 3, but I still have fucking 20 on my contiggy, don't I?
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, what I would do in this situation if I was the two blokes up against one another, surfcaster will bait up his hooks, swing it out, and can only, in fact, throw his rod and his bait, we'll say 50 metres, we'll give him a bit of generosity there.
Alright.
So he's got 3 hooks up, 3 possibilities.
Yes.
So let's say the fish bite the first 2, and he catches a small fish on the 3rd, but the first 2 don't get anything. So he's called himself a small fish, right?
Okay.
The contiggy man, he's let his line all the way up, about 1 kilometre. Perfect depth, nice and deep water. The 20 hooks, 15 of them, the bait's still on, or he's lost the bait, no fish. The other 5 hooks, he's managed to catch a squid.
Yeah.
He's got himself a couple of nice small kahawai.
Yeah.
And the last hook, he's got himself a kingi.
Okay.
So if I were to catch these fish, and I was to be both fishermen, would I prefer the one kingi, if I throw the other things back, or the one small fish? Obviously, the kingi, right? Okay. So the moral of the story is the more hooks you put out, the more chances you have of catching a big fish.
Okay. So you're talking about likes and stuff?
Yeah, so that's why you just keep swiping right, don't swipe left.
That's true.
There's more chances.
You've got to have a line in the water to catch fish.
You do. Can't catch fish if you don't go fishing.
Fair enough. Alright. So we'll move it right along to our next segment, which is the spinning a Sharn.
Spinning a yarn is an art which these boys have no experience in. Get ready for a load of the Sharn.
This is where we have someone spin a good yarn on our beloved microphone, and afterwards we discuss if it's a good yarn or if it's a shit yarn, if it's a Sharn. And this week we have yet another in-studio guest via cell phone. We spoil our listeners, don't we, with guests? We pride ourselves in having variety and having people come on in. So we are just getting into touch with our special guest, who is, of course, Michelle B.
Michelle, how are we, big man?
Good, thanks. How you doing?
Not too bad. I'm just wondering about, you told me earlier on the day that you had a bit of a story to tell me. I was wondering if you could elaborate on that a wee bit.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, first of all, a g'day from across the ditch.
Right, g'day, mate. How are we?
Fantastic. Thank you very much. You're really all right. So I live in an apartment, and obviously we have 13 neighbours. And most especially of all, we have this neighbour, right? This old retired couple. They're the cutest thing. Lance and Pat are their names. They are the most fantastic couple. Thing is, they take off out of town from time to time. But the best part is, which is absolutely fine, we can do what we want over weekends. But the thing is, they have this dog. The cutest thing is, it's a little pug. Oh, I think it's a pug. I'm not really too sure. They said it's a pug. Anyway, you wouldn't believe what the dog's name is. Take a guess. It's a pug. Take a guess.
Brutus.
I'm going to stop you right there. His name's Doug.
Doug the pug.
Doug the pug, I like that.
Right, it's Doug the pug. Okay, I think it's a pug anyway. Right, so Doug the pug, right? Obviously, it's just the context. We're living in Melbourne, right? And we live right across the road from this amazing park. Weekends, lots of people going around, lots of people, lots of talent. Right? So on weekends, of course, we very kindly volunteer to take Doug the pug for a walk around the garden.
Good on you.
And so last weekend, we're taking him for a walk. He's off trotting along, doing his own thing, and there's a gorgeous blonde runs past, right? Like, drop dead gorgeous. And she runs a couple of meters past, looks back, and then stops and turns around. And she walks back to us. We're like, holy hell. Whoa. All right, I'll see what's going on. on.
It's a wee bit cheeky.
She's like, that is the cutest little dog you've got. We're like, oh, stop it. Like, thank you. And she goes, he's pretty cool. Like, what sort of breed is he? We go, oh, well, he's actually a pug, but I think he might be interbred. She goes, interbred, really? We're like, yeah, interbred. And then a duck walked past, right? And this duck, right? This duck goes, you know who else is interbred?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Jesus!
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for Michelle B. From across the ditch.
I'll be here till December. Thank you.
Oh, sweet. We'll be having you back. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that one.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Happy to help out anytime you want. You know what, fellas? Enjoy your night. Have a great time.
Cheers, boss. You too.
I'm a fucking speechless.
That's
so hilarious.
not expecting that at
That was
all.
a good one. I was thinking he's touching on a duck. I'm like,
Hang on. Ducks do not talk.
hang on. Michelle B was on acid.
I generally thought a duck was a person. I'm like, did you say Doug? I'm like,
I thought he said
I'm like,
Dutch.
when you said
I think it was
Doug.
like a Dutch hot blonde. I was like, okay.
If your name's Duck, then just kill yourself.
Jesus.
There's nothing as weird as you call Duck.
Oh, that was amazing. So, that I'm
What a punchline, eh?
I
What a bloody
It doesn't get
punchline.
any fresher and crisper than that. Well, that was absolutely hilarious, as I've said. So, that's given us an idea. If you're the listeners, if you have a good yarn, or if you have a joke, if you reckon you could one-up one of us in a good story, let us know. Get in touch with us via our Facebook, via our email, and we may be able to sort something out. We may be able to get you in studio or talk to you through phone call, and then you could spin your yarn with us, and we could share a laugh together, or two, or several hundred, as we've learned from Michelle B. So, yeah, if you guys have a Sharn, get in touch with us via our Facebook or email. Those details will be coming out. So, our final segment, which is, of course, Is This News?
Whether it is or it isn't, these titles have made headlines. The boys ask, is this news?
I bring up some headlines. We discuss if it's newsworthy without really looking too much into the article, because we cannot be bothered. First headline. Blind naked woman spent 25 days in wilderness.
Good stuff.
You reckon, J-Fat?
I reckon she's the new Bear Grylls.
If she's blind, then yeah, definitely she's better than Bear Grylls, mate.
Yeah.
Do you guys reckon that's newsworthy?
No.
No. So, yeah, good stuff. Not newsworthy.
I mean, 10 out of 10 for surviving 25 days while being blind and naked,
Yeah.
but not newsworthy. I mean, Facebook official, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Put
did
it
find
under
this on
status.
Facebook.
I think that's Snapchat worthy.
Yeah.
That's about it. Snapchat story
I
worthy.
don't think she would have a phone.
Or even Instagram story, that's a possibility. No, a photo of that should definitely go up on the gram.
How would she know what she's taking the picture of?
I don't know.
She doesn't have to.
I can't see the point in this being an article.
This guy,
Next up, our second headline is I barely even show up to work. Now that's a quote. The headline itself is a quote.
It sounds like me in university.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is work, and you guys don't do anything. But yes, I see the similarities.
Very true.
That's actually kind of why we put this in here. I see why. Yeah, that's the headline. What's the article? I don't know.
I don't think it's anything. If it's anything important. I mean, I don't get shot to university. I don't have to make a news article about it.
Well, it's not even man doesn't show up to work. It's a quote of some mysterious figure saying, I barely even show up to work.
Is he even employed?
I don't know. Let's ask producer Lou.
Let me elaborate on this one, boys. So that was the headline. The tag comes under a big mouth, but dials a reporter admitted barely shown up for a $227,000 tax-paying job.
Ah, shit.
What was the job?
Fuck, I don't know. I've been
Too many questions. I'm sorry. I forget this isn't Campbell Live.
It was a New York State communications chief, and he was fired after making these comments.
Well, isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
Communications doesn't even know how to use his bloody phone.
Use his phone.
Shit, isn't that unlucky?
Oh.
Man,
Unlucky
I would not be buying a scratchy on that day.
No.
Unlucky for him, or is he just an absolute shit cunt? Who is... I wonder how many
Unlucky
people
shit cunt.
are like this. I wonder how many people are barely showing up for
I
a job,
mean-
ripping off good, wholesome tax-paying people.
To be honest, who butt dials anymore?
It'd be rocky to do that.
With the amount of eye codes and finger scans that you
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, that's a great point. You're saying this is fake news?
I'm saying he's a
But
dickhead.
fake-
I'm saying
I'm
he's a dickhead for
saying
being
he
back in
is
2008
fake
with his Motorola Razor.
Fake news.
He says it's fake
I was
news.
going to be
Yeah,
living in
fake
2008
news.
because I don't have any money anymore. I barely even show up to work. Yeah, like you said, it's a tax-paying job. I wonder what the hours are like. I guess it sort of gets to a point where no matter even if you don't work that many hours or it's flexible hours, and he was joking, you're still going to put the line in. If you accidentally butt dial a reporter and say, I don't show up to my job,
Let's be...
you kind of put your organisation
Let's
in
be
a
detectives
very
here.
sticky... They're honest, they're bowling on
that's
a
why I
very
just take
sticky
your
No,
hats on.
let's put our...
That was definitely a setup.
Yeah.
Thank you. You don't just first of all, you don't butt dial. Second of all, you don't butt dial some cunt from the media.
If I butt dialed anyone, I'd most likely butt dial someone who'd never pick up.
Reading into this article, the funny thing about it is that he totally admits to it, and he's saying it off. He sounds like a bit of a sick cunt. He says, but frankly, look, the bottom line is the story's true. I'm not really doing anything here. I barely show up to work, and I've been caught, so serves me right.
I'm saying something. He did something. He did something much worse, and to cover his tracks, he got a little slap on the hand.
Well, he lost his job. Naughty. So maybe.
No, I'm saying that he could have been put in prison for something he might have done.
Of course.
But he was a smart man.
Oh, he took what was
yeah.
given at him.
Exactly.
No, that is an amazing point. A lot of people I've gotten away with so much stuff where if you just admit to doing something on a minute level, they those accusing you don't look deeper into something
Exactly.
they may have
That's
done.
true. Say you're wrong.
My sibling all the time he does it. He'll be accused of doing something. Well, say for instance, they'll say, "Why haven't you cleaned your room?" And he goes, "I have cleaned my room." And then they go and look, and bang, they find weed or something. So it's like if you just go, "Yeah, but no," you go, "You're right. I'm going to go sort that now."
Yeah.
It flips the script.
Look, folks, if there's anything we can learn from this, I know that the Power Hour podcast doesn't have any values or
Yeah.
merits, but tell your truths. Be
Honesty.
honest. Kia kaha.
That's a
It's
great point.
Exactly.
Honesty
There you
is
go.
the key to a great life.
Honesty is the best Ferrari.
Honesty is the best Ferrari. I love that model of
There
Ferrari.
we go.
So, our final headline, boys, and this is a real puncher. Newlyweds miss honeymoon after fight at airport.
Throwing it out here.
How the fuck is that headline?
What
are you
happens
Are you getting
is
this off Daily Mail? Or are you going to fit? What are we talking about here? Because
we don't disclose our sources. Rule number 1 of journalism.
So don't discriminate.
But if
So
you're
we use
seriously
all
honest,
sources.
I feel like that is the number one rule of journalism. You
oh,
have to give some sources to you.
we don't
We
give away our...
actually use the Szechuan sauce, so
Szechuan sauce.
No, we say this one. We say from a reliable source.
okay. Tomato sauce.
Okay, well, look, I'm actually going to be blunt with you guys. I don't find them that reliable, but apparently about 4 million people do. So, what are you going to do?
Right.
But in your question of how this has become a headline, pretty much it happens and then someone types it in a big font, and apparently people find that interesting.
Wait, did someone stab the other one, or is it?
Speculate. What do you reckon happened? If it's
Yeah,
so
what do you
wild,
guys?
what happened?
Right, if it's on the Herald, someone must have broken someone's nose, and flight must have broken out.
What is
So
that?
if
The
it's-
Herald.
If it's on the,
I've no idea.
if you're saying it's on the
Same
Herald, it's definitely nothing that is actual news.
Yeah.
Fucking oath.
Hate it. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you guys reckon? Newlyweds miss honeymoon after fight at airport. What do you reckon they're fighting over? If it was just
No, definitely. No, he would have got caught in the disabled bathroom. I'm calling right now. He was caught in the
Singing
disabled
nerds
bathroom with
smoking
a side
cocaine?
hoe. Yeah,
Oh!
yeah. He was caught in a disabled bathroom with a side hoe.
Are you saying, Cam, on his honeymoon, he's cheating?
Yep. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is Aaron Smith.
You have no faith in me, Cam?
No.
Oh, Jesus. No faith
Yeah.
in humanity.
Discrimination, right there.
Discrimination.
Yeah,
I'm a
absolutely.
feminazi.
You fucking pig.
Do you guys reckon a few adult beverages were consumed in a not so safe environment for this to progress?
I'd say.
If I consumed them, it wouldn't have happened.
Are you trying to say that you don't get into a
I reckon a
fight?
No, the
McFlurry.
opposite. I can't get up.
Oh,
The
right.
old Jim Beam McFlurry, I reckon, was involved.
The Jim Beam McFlurry was involved. What's a Jim Beam McFlurry?
Domestic violence.
Is that one of your sources?
Jim Beam McFlurry sounds like a delicious snack from
I think that too.
Why are you
put a
labeling
Jim Beam
something
into
as
a
disgusting as
McFlurry, or-
domestic violence with such a sweet treat?
Two sweet treats.
I won't
Jim
get
Beam
into it,
and
but-
McFlurry.
Bourbon and McDonald's.
Bourbon and McDonald's is actually a pretty good mix. I can tell you guys that firsthand right now.
Wombo combo.
The Wombo combo.
Yeah, it's still got it in my head. Let's just.
I'll tell you when we're not recording.
It's really better idea.
I feel like the shots we've been consuming are finally starting to hit camo. You're the first to drop, man. You've been voted off the island.
Woo! Thank fuck I don't put up
You have to swim back.
Alright, boys, to finish,
to the boat.
to finish it off, boys, is this newsworthy?
No.
No.
Fuck no.
I'm going to go yes just to fuck with y'all.
Rude.
You would. Well. What a pod we've produced for you today. Folks, thank you once again for joining the crew. Another magnificent podcast we're about to release into the Boys, what do we reckon? Has this been an inspirational talk with values and merits for our audience to take away with them?
Absolutely. Without a doubt, we've talked about sexting, we've discussed what to do and what not to do being an All Black, and I think that, well, you can't just list one thing that you've learned. We've got about a whole bunch of material.
A whole podcast worth.
Yeah.
We've got a whole podcast worth.
An hour of power, something like that.
Exactly.
An hour of knowledge.
Tucking fantastic. Thank you. To the folks at home, this is the Power Hour Podcast. Hit us up each week for a good time and a laugh with a couple of wanksters. No offense, boys. And, as always, stay beautiful, New Zealand, you crazy freak bitches. I don't know, bitches, we need to replace one.
That was good.
I'm probably just going to use that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to use
I
that
think
too.
that's
I'm not the
good
producer.
stuff. Alright.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, you crazy boys.
Yeah, man.